Guys, this is a fine example of inkwell nationalist coping. Like, bruh, let me tell you, man, there is no we. Chats are their own race. And yes, sure, the average white guy is probably gonna fuck more if he visits one of those parts of India, non cities, smaller cities or Southeast Asia in general. They're probably gonna have a good time. But let me tell you the truth about JBW maxing. The thing is, you would never have anything meaningful out of it. You'd never have a child that would learn your way of life. You'd never have a child who would have a good life, that is, if you want them to know about your culture. Now, I know you guys probably feel like this. Individually, as people, we have had bad experiences growing up. But as a society, as a collective, we are good. We may have all our shortcomings, but we are still good. And that reflects in our culture and everything we have made, as much as our worst side shows up in all of the bad things that we do in everyday life and all sorts of discrimination that exists. We are still good. We are still good, and I'm optimistic about that a little bit. So if you want your child to know about your culture, to grow up having your way of life, that child is probably going to have a very tough time in the West. Like that is exactly what happened with Elliot. So, what do you ultimately want? You just want to fuck some women and just leave? Yeah, that is gonna be good in the short term, but in the long term, man, that's just not gonna help. And secondly, if you are genuinely like genuinely sub 5, the truth of the matter is, it's not gonna change no matter where you go. You guys remember that MRA? MGTOW rehab room made a stream on that guy. He was sub 5 looking and also very obese. He brought a woman from the West. He brought a woman from Southeast Asia, and that girl was not even willing to fuck him. He was just begging for sex, and she was like, "No, I am not ready." And he was shouting at her. That is what happens when you are genuinely sub 5. If you are genuinely sub 5, your options in the West and in the East don't really change. With maybe in some cases, if you have like blue eyes, you can get some short-term relationships. But as soon as you bring those women to the West, have a family, she's gonna see those better options. The child is gonna have a shitty life. All of these things. There's nothing really worthwhile that you can get out of JBW. Once you are born sub 5, the truth of the matter is, you lose out on that happy life. You lose out on that life. You'd see, and if you are black pill, you would see what you are missing out on. And that is always going to be there to hurt you. That proper family, having stability, growing up like you did, you're not going to have that with your children. Now, what Tails doesn't understand is there is no we. Oh, between white men and ethnic men. Bro, ethnic chat doesn't have shit on sub 5 white guys. Like sub 5 white guys have nothing on the ethnic chats. They bang your bitches, and that's the same with white chats. Maybe with white normies you get that occasional playboy type lifestyle in the East, but trust and believe me, guys, that is not a good life. That is not what you are looking for. Nothing that you can do is ever going to change that first rejection that you face. Nothing you can do is going to fill that hole in your soul. This is what Rehab Room talks about. This is what Rehab always mentions. You can do everything, but there is no C-maxing for your soul. That's it, guys. That's it. And we thought that this community could be something more, something better, but look where it's at. Look at people like Tails. It doesn't seem like he is in a good headspace. Like at all. People act like JBW is some end-all be-all solution for some of those sub 5 white guys. But the truth is, having talked to some of them, what even they say at the end of the day is nothing solves their problems. Our community has this obsession with, oh, white people have it so easy, bro. White people can also have it just as difficult. Yeah, they may have some more tricks up their sleeve, but really none of that solves their real problems. The real problem is not having sex. It's not just getting sex. You can pay for it in the West as well. The real problem is being loved and having a real family. And that is something that in the modern world is just limited to chats. And what else can you do, guys? We can just know our place in life and act accordingly.